Alright everybody, I had originally posted the video y'all are about to watch, or upload didn't have it scheduled to come out today, and they came to do the concrete today. I came back, and after working with the concrete people, I feel like a lot of the stuff that happened that I'm going to go over in this video was more so the fault of the main contractor and not the concrete worker. I think he was just doing what he was told to do, because he was very cooperative with me today, and I feel like they did a good job and did what they supposed to and what they was asked to do and everything. So just wanted you to remember that as you watch this video, that I kind of feel like the fault of what things I'm going to go over was not related to him. It's more so the main contractor over the building, and issues with the building inspector being a little bit overly strict. I know every area has different building codes and things, but a lot of the stuff that's being asked to do right now is kind of things that hadn't been a thing in the past. But and they haven't been any issues. Just like my shop down here, I haven't had any issues, and I don't have a monolithic slab in it, and the posts are not that deep on one side. Just because we hit rock on it, it was hard. We hammered it out and got it down deep as we could, but it all has held up well as far as that aspect. But anyways, hope y'all enjoy this video, and I hope y'all, if you ever build a post steel building, you have a little better luck. And make sure you meet with your contractor ahead of time. Make him or her or whoever come meet with you before they do any work, because that was the issue here. They never came and met with me and went over exactly in detail what I wanted at the site. Then I was gone when it started, so you'll figure it out. But we'll talk to you later. If y'all will, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Hey, good morning everybody. The last video you saw, I was hauling gravel out to the fire station and getting ready to go on vacation that night. If you haven't seen that, I'll try to think and link it in the description. But our builders for the fire department, new fire station, was supposed to come this week, like today was when they supposed to start. Well, they called then, said they was coming early. So I kind of showed Dad where, you know, the corners needed to be and on the building and things, and assumed everything would go good. Well, it's been a disaster. They came, they was going to build the building and then pour the floor inside the building was the original plan. Well, they tried digging 4 holes, and they could only get down about 18 to 20 inches with their holes on one side. The other side, I think, would have dug all the way down. They wanted them 3 feet. I don't know the 3 feet would have been necessary, but that would have been good if they could have. But I think they could have got down 3 feet on the left side wall and the back of the building, and the right side would have been a little more shallow. But they's digging, you know, big old auger hole. I don't know how big their auger is. 18, 20 inches, looked like, maybe bigger. And so that's all they tried with. They didn't try taking a pry bar and busting the rock up. It's sort of a sandy, loose rock, would be easy to bust, or a smaller bit would have drilled it. Well, they just left and didn't tell anybody. Well, they checked with the building inspector, and was wanting to go ahead and put those posts in, put them all in as deep as they could, then, and concrete them, then pour the slab and have rebar drilled and pinned into the post to anchor it to the slab. Well, the building inspector said no. Said that if you got water under the post, it would float the building, you'd have a floating floor, and it'd be a mess, which I don't see happening. So he said they had to dig down, pour a footer, I think it's called a monolithic slab, pour a footer around underneath the slab, and it's going to be a 6-inch slab we already had planned. So that ended up being a lot of extra labor, about $1,600 labor just is what they priced it at to form it up. And plus it's going to be a lot more concrete. So I was aggravated about that. I knew this was going on while I was gone. What much we could do though, that's kind of something we just had to go with. Well, they didn't tell nobody they was coming, and they came out and started forming everything up and putting gravel in, and they never dug down, never dug any kind of footer. They was planning on pouring on top of the ground and leaving a thick edge, which I can show you when I get out there kind of what they've got. Leaving a thick edge to make it look like it was a monolithic slab that had been dug down for a footer. Okay. Then we get to looking, and by doing that, to get the thickness, the slab is going to be 7.5 inches above our asphalt driveway that goes in there. So then you're going to either have to have a ramp or something like that. So I got aggravated about that, me and Philip, our assistant chief, and told them we either going to have a ramp poured or lower the slab. They said they'd lower the slab for $700 extra or $1,600 for a ramp. I kind of felt like they should have went ahead and ate that cost, but they didn't act like they was going to. So I asked them to lower the slab down by 4 inches, and that will give us about a 2.5 to 3 inch lip getting into the building, and be enough to should catch water and all that from running inside. Well, we thought that's what was going to happen. And they's going to have to take all the gravel out and all that, and they're going to have to dig down for the footers into the ground so deep. Well, then we noticed there was 2 clumps of dirt, pretty good sized clumps of dirt. And I just assumed that it was from where they'd caught the corner of their bucket in the dirt when they was putting the gravel in. Well, Dad was going to go out there. He said he was going to run out and just take a shovel and throw those clumps of dirt out. So I went on out there too, and the more we dug, the more dirt we found. So where they was filling the gravel in so deep, they started running low on gravel. So that when they went outside, I'd seen where they dug outside the building, and I couldn't understand why. So they'd went outside the building and started scooping up dirt and dumping inside on top of our hard base, and didn't pack it, and then put about 2 inches of gravel over top of it. So after we had a good rain this weekend, it's spongy and soft and muddy, and it was never compacted, and they tried to hide it, and I'm really, I'm hot about that. That just really made me sick, and I called the builder, the contractor, the main contractor, and told him what was going on, and he acted like he had no concern whatsoever that mud was going to be underneath the slab. So my plan today is I'm going to go dig out the gravel, because it's going to have to be lowered 4 inches anyways. 4 inches of gravel is going to have to be removed. Separate the muddy stuff from the good gravel, and then I'll put the gravel back in when they're ready for it, or I may even go ahead and put some of it back in today. But I want to get that took care of. I don't trust the guy that's doing the concrete with his skid steer. I don't know if he's that good on it from the looks of things out there. I don't know if he's real experienced, and he's just trying to hurry and get things done. And I feel like we're getting a shoddy job. We can't get nobody to communicate back and forth with us. They won't call before they come, and they don't ask questions. It's just like, the contractor said, well, he was running low on gravel, so he decided to put some fill in with dirt. if that was the case, we should have filled in with dirt to start with. That'd have been a lot cheaper and compacted it good. But the right thing to have done, they had our phone numbers. They could have stopped, said, hey, we're running low on gravel. Would y'all care to get us another load of gravel? That would have been the proper thing to do. But it didn't happen. So we're going to go try to work on this mess out here, and I'll kind of show you more what's going on, and maybe you can understand it. I just didn't want to be standing out there beside the road looking into a camera talking to myself, and people driving by wondering, what's that idiot doing? Even though that's probably what people's going to wonder anyways when I'm out there digging the gravel out. So what I'm hoping, by removing this gravel and then putting it back in to where it needs to be, that'll knock down on the $700 extra to lower the slab, because that's where most of the labor was going to be. I think. We'll find out. Maybe do some negotiations on it. The contractor knows what I'm doing. I've already told him, and he okayed it. And because not only will that make me feel better about the whole situation, it's going to speed the process up for them, because they're not going to be able to dig footers with 12 inches of gravel piled up around against them. You'll see. Okay, here's what they've done. They didn't dig down any and went ahead and put their gravel in. We dug this out here trying to simulate how wide the footer needs to be at the bottom. I think they plan on doing this and pouring the slab and before anybody could get out here and catch them. And then the height of the slab, why they raised it so high, I have no idea. But you can see right there how much higher it is. Hopefully, you can tell how much higher it is than our asphalt driveway coming in here. And that was going to be hard to correct anyway. And if you put a ramp or something, it's kind of going to look like an afterthought, in my opinion. So I think taking 4 inches of this gravel out of what's here, letting them dig a good footer, and then putting the gravel back is the best option. Then, here's what really aggravated me, is there was a clump of dirt right in here. So, dug that out, kept digging, more dirt. Dig a test hole here. See, there's about 4 to 5 inches of dirt, a little bit of gravel underneath, a little gravel on top. This whole area right here has been filled with 4 to 5 inches of dirt. Right over in here, it's the same way. Dug a test hole there, it's like that. So not only is that gonna make a soft spot, this is gonna be where the back wheels of the truck sits, loaded with water, year round. It's spongy, it's topsoil, it's not even clay dirt. So I'm gonna try to get all that stuff out of there and separate it and get this thing fixed up right, because I feel somewhat responsible for it, since we've been working on getting all this set up. My time's being donated. I'm not getting paid nothing for anything I've done. It's just me wanting to do things for the fire department and get things done right to where we're all satisfied in the end. Dad's been helping us tremendously on it. Can't thank him enough, especially while I was gone. He's had a major headache with these people. And our building inspector. But right here's the size auger they was using. I would have been perfectly fine with that diameter hole 20 inches in the ground and good solid hard ground if they hit rock. And then we could have bolted it. I could have made brackets and bolted the post to the slab inside, or they could have pinned it like they said. A lot of options. The building would have been here just as well as anything, and it would have saved all this mess. Probably in the end would have saved us about $3,000 that we're going to spend extra on a limited budget that we already have. So I don't know. It's become a headache, but we're going to try to see that it's done right. And my days of dealing with these people's probably done. And anything I say in this video reflects me. It don't reflect the fire department. So don't think that, especially anybody local. It's if you don't like what I'm saying, that's on me. But I want to see this thing done right. So we're gonna get started. Get this pile of gravel that we had hauled moved first. Try to keep all the good stuff separated and that old muddy dirt put it somewhere else. I couldn't get the builder to come look at it. I took pictures and documented everything though. Check back with you. Right here you can see we're starting to hit more dirt right in that section where they put in. And then of course we still got to get over to that. I'm trying to get what good gravel I can off of it before we go any deeper. Right here you can see this is one of the big mounds of dirt that was dumped in here. Starts here, goes all the way around, back through here. Probably 2 full buckets of dirt in that little patch there. We've got it cleaned off, so I'll scoop that out. And then we'll get over here and clean this out. That should be all good gravel towards that side. I won't have to move it out all the way. We got our dirt that was piled in there out finally. Pretty good pile of dirt. That was gonna make a bad place right there. The concrete would have broke for sure, because the back wheels of the truck would have been parked right where that had been filled in. And got that much gravel out to lower it down. They'll have to add some back and level up more, but got it looking a little better than it was. And also Dad's been working on getting it cleaned back away from the forms so that they can dig down for a footer. So once they get the footer dug, we can come in here and I'll help them put the gravel back in if they want me to, or whatever, to if they'll show me grade, I can carry the gravel in for them. But I'm glad to get that pile of dirt out of there anyway. Well, we got done what we're going to. Went all the way around all the footers out there and dug the gravel back 12 to 14 inches wide. That way when they go out to dig their footer on down, we won't have to contend with that. Trying to help them out what I can, speed the process up, but at the same time, kind of aggravated with some of the things that's been done, but hopefully all that will straighten up from here on out and things will go smooth and we'll get this thing done. I just wish the initial plan had worked out and the building inspector would have cooperated on that. I feel comfortable with what they was going to do, but that just didn't fly, so nothing we can do to change it now but go ahead and do what we're asked to do. So once I get an update, I'll let you know. Not sure what my next video will be on. We're going to be cutting some hay coming up probably this weekend, so I don't know when those videos will get out. It's Monday right now, but what is the day? The 16th, 17th maybe, Monday the 17th of July. So this coming weekend we're probably going to be cutting some hay. It's first cut hay for somebody else that's not been cut yet. They got injured in an accident, and I'm going to try to help them out and get that cut up for them and baled and everything. But if y'all will, please like, subscribe, and comment. I apologize for all the ranting and talking, but things that I feel like y'all need to hear in case you all encounter these situations yourself one day. I hope you don't have to go through it. But appreciate y'all watching. We'll talk to you later.